Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. Brian Winnikins from World Dairy Expo. And thank you to our expo sponsors, including Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board, Wisconsin Corn Growers Association, Farm First Dairy Cooperative, Olson Farm Services, Synergy Co-op, UtterTech, also Osteoplastics, Compeer Financial, and Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. We're at the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin booth, and we're with Ben Miller. He's the Senior Vice President for Industry Relations, brand new here at Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. Now, Ben and I kind of go way back. He used to work for a guy by the name of Herb Cole. I'm not sure. I kind of remember Herb Cole. But, Ben, thanks for joining us. Brand new position. I guess your thoughts. What are you thinking here?
I'm thrilled. It's the first month, and I'm loving every day and learning more and more about the great work here at Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, working on behalf of Wisconsin dairy farmers and getting their product promotion, out across the country and across the globe. This is a mighty organization doing really important things on behalf of Wisconsin dairy. So I'm thrilled to be here, and where else to celebrate Wisconsin dairy than at World Dairy Expo?
And so I guess let's talk about what you're going to be doing. Senior Vice President of Industry Relations and Partnerships. Sounds to me like you're going to be working with a lot of food companies.
Yeah, food companies, dairy farmers, cheese plants, industry partners across the board, and also building awareness, public awareness on what the checkoff is doing, and the importance of dairy in Wisconsin's economy. It's a $45.6 billion industry, 150,000 plus jobs across the state. Wisconsin wouldn't be Wisconsin without this important dairy industry, and so part of my challenge and charge will be to get that message out.
Dairy is the largest industry within the largest industry in the state of Wisconsin, agriculture, and so you're right. Without dairy, we don't have Wisconsin. We might have Wisconsin, but it just wouldn't be the same.
No, absolutely. And 90% of our milk goes into cheese, and 90% of that cheese is consumed beyond the borders of Wisconsin. And so it's incumbent upon this organization to work with our dairy farmers and cheese operators to get that product in as many American households as possible.
Talking with Ben Miller, Senior Vice President of Industry Relations with Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin today. And so these partnerships, so what, you're brand new, what's going to be your first step? Are you just kind of reaching out to some of these industry partners, not only in Wisconsin, but outside of Wisconsin?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think phase one of this onboarding is learning all about our existing partnerships within DFW. The many ways that this organization works with farmers and cheese plants and cheese companies and retailers is really is job one for me. And then thinking through ways that we can leverage those relationships, cultivate those even more, and maybe come up with new partnerships as well.
Now there's those folks, but there's also the kids. So the schools play a big role in this. Is that a totally different kettle of fish, for lack of a better word, that you're going to have to kind of work with, because those schools are important with those children to get them using dairy early?
Absolutely, and I can speak to this firsthand. Our 5-year-old at home is drinking milk every day, and is going to school now and consuming milk as well. And I can see the importance of that firsthand. And there are many ways that this organization has worked on that, and will continue to push the highly nutritious products that our Wisconsin dairy farmers produce every day.
Talking with Ben Miller, he's with Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, Senior Vice President of Industry Relations. I had a chance recently to talk with Randy Roker, who's a Wisconsin dairy farmer on the DMI board, and some of those partnerships that they've been able to expand with, like with Domino's and Taco Bell and some of that. Are you going to be able to build off of some of that with them too?
Yeah, we're all in this together, right? Dairy products across the country are important to promote. And we'll be leveraging every partnership we possibly can to get that message across.
Not only across the country, will you be also doing stuff overseas? I know that with Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, the state of Wisconsin, they've passed legislation. They're funding some of these trips to increase Wisconsin exports overseas. Is that going to be another part of your job?
Absolutely, top priority. We got to get those exports. There's already been significant growth in that space with much more that we can do. And so to be successful in that, we've got to leverage partnerships. We can't do that on our own. And so I know it's a big priority for the organization to continue to push forward on export markets.
That's Ben Miller. He is Senior Vice President of Industry Relations with Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. We're at World Dairy Expo. I'm Brian Winnikins for WRDN.